welcome to Seen Through Glass. Welcome to my final day in Bulgaria. This 911 has sat in Vicky's parents' garage for the last 10, 11, maybe even 12 days because whilst it may not look that difficult getting the car out, getting it into that underground space was near on impossible. It took about 35 minutes. Anyway, this car is filthy because our drive to Bulgaria was in the middle of a sort of, I don't know what, spring storm, and it is covered in so much muck and grime it's barely recognizable. So right now I'm on my way to a G-Technic car wash before we hit the road once again tomorrow.
This party won't stop till we're dripping in sin. If trouble's gonna find me there, this is the end. Only I feel the world keeps sucking me in. Oh, something I said.
Now, if you think I was joking about this car being filthy, I really wasn't. It got absolutely ruined on our drive through Serbia and Croatia. It's just been covered in muck and grime, and there is a side of me that wants to keep it like this, looking used, you know, wearing the sort of dirt of the countries it's been through, but the other side of me is the one that likes taking pictures of it and likes seeing it spick and span, and so unfortunately I want to get this all rinsed off and fully cleaned. So that's what's going to be happening in 2 seconds time, and next time you see this car, hopefully it'll be looking brand new again. I've left the guys working on the car in the unit behind me, and I've popped into the office and set up a laptop club, and right now I want to show you some footage from yesterday because I went to meet with one of the biggest investors in the Drive the World Kickstarter, a guy called Simeon, an absolute legend who lives here in Bulgaria and treated us to a very nice lunch at his hotel just outside Shumen, which I think is northeast Bulgaria. And during lunch he came up with the idea for me to have my first experience driving one of the most iconic Eastern European / Soviet Union cars of all time, the LADA. So yes, I'm about to roll that footage for you. You will notice that during the video I'm wearing a black t-shirt which has got Egghead branding all over it. That is actually another Kickstarter supporter who's set up a brand for bald people, eggheads like me. It's absolutely unbelievable. I'll put a link below to his shop, you can go and check it out. But of course, great to have all of these people involved with Drive the World on so many different levels. But right now I have to share with you my insane experience, my first experience driving a LADA. Nope, okay. Windows don't work. It's like driving the 4C again. This is absolutely... Oh, it's got a bit of go. It's got a bit of get up and go. Bloody hell. Right, I have no idea which way I'm supposed to be going around this track, but anyway, here we are inside a LADA. Which LADA? I'm not really sure I can tell you. It's got a 1500 badge written on it in places. I'm not really sure what that means, but there's a corner. There have been, in the last 100 years, I would say a handful of iconic cars that the world has seen. We could argue maybe the Ford Model T, the Hummer H1, the Land Rover Defender, the Porsche 911, the Volkswagen Beetle, I'm not sure what else, but in certain parts of the world, and most certainly in Eastern Europe, the Soviet Union, this would arguably be the most iconic, the LADA. I'm getting some strange looks from a biker, because I don't think I'm supposed to be in this section of this track. But this car is the people's car and was made to be the people's car. A super affordable, cheap, easy to work on, easy to maintain saloon car, I suppose. since its inception in the 60s, it has been used as a taxi, police car, bus, I think in some parts of the world. And it is definitely what you might call basic and interesting to drive, but iconic. It remains iconic, and the steering, it's honestly so heavy and so wayward. I'm gonna chuck it into this corner. Oh, understeer, almost a little bit of oversteer. I am absolutely cooking in this thing. It is so hot. Oh, corner again. But I have to say, you know what? I'm feeling a flow now. I feel like I'm finding a flow. It's a very high hill here. Let's hope that this isn't a cliff. I'm going up and over. Oh, yeah, here he is. I'm actually really enjoying this, even though it is probably the most exercise I've done for all of Drive the World. But you see these cars all over the place in Bulgaria and other parts of Eastern Europe that I've driven through so far. This and the 4x4 SUV version. They're iconic. They're iconic. I think they actually look quite good. But they often rust buckets. Is that an indicator? I'm not sure. He's going left. Oh. Often in quite bad disrepair. Why am I being followed by this biker? I'm not really sure if I'm about to get in trouble. Maybe there's a chases on. Oh, I feel like I'm in a James Bond film and I'm a sort of bad Soviet Union character. You will not catch me, Mr. Bond, on your bike. I'm in my LADA 1500 with no air conditioning. Oh, oh my God, I kind of want one of these things. It's just awful, but hilarious. I'm making it up. I'm making it up. Oh, okay. Okay, and another sweeping turn. You really, oh, did something break? Not sure. You really do just have to kind of chuck it in. It's all about momentum. The minute you lose momentum is when it's all going to go horribly wrong. I need to lie down. Honestly. Wow, it's hot. Okay. I think maybe I need to go park up for 2 seconds and catch my breath because, yep, it is warm, but I think I love me a LADA. Well, I think I just about stopped sweating after stepping out of that car. That was one of the most hilarious, weirdest, but most enjoyable experiences I've had in a car in recent times. But I think it will come as no surprise to you that most LADAs aren't driven like that, hurled into corners and escaping a fictionary James Bond. Instead, they're used for everyday menial tasks, and often you come across them trickling up a hill at very slow speeds. However, as is often the case with any kind of affordable, cheap and easy to repair and maintain car, the modified LADA scene is apparently huge, and right now we're going to swap out this supposedly standard LADA for a rally LADA. Yes, a LADA rally car. The fact I'm putting a 4-point harness on inside a LADA is already questionable. Okay. Yank. You might be able to see, firstly I need to clean my glasses. Secondly, I managed to cut my finger on my drone, trying to be Casey Neistat, or who else catches their drone as it lands. Really anyone cool. Unfortunately I'm not that cool, so I went to catch the drone as it was landing and boffed myself. But yes, oh no, I was cleaning my glasses, wasn't I? What happened with that? It's pretty unrecognisable from the outside and the inside, this car, compared to what I was in last time. We have full rally switches and modes. Wow! Can you hear me? Oh, this is a beast! This is a beast. Okay, further down. Oh my God, I have no idea if you're going to be able to hear what I'm saying. This is a legit looks amazing. I really appreciate it. Look after yourself. I'm sure I'll be back. This smells so good. Okay. Thank you very much, guys. We are out of here. The guys have done an absolutely ace job. Car looks immaculate. I just messed up the window, but that was my own fault. I hope you enjoyed the LADA footage. Honestly, that was some of the most fun I've had in a car in my entire life. And that rally, I want a rally car. It's official, I want a rally car. I've had limited experience of them. I think I want a classic rally car. I think that's the point. A vintage rally car, because a few facts that I left out of that video. The LADA rally car was made using all LADA parts, apart from a slightly upgraded or recalibrated ICU. All the other components were from other LADAs, so the project would cost around £5,000 to create, which is fairly ridiculous considering how much fun it was to drive. But yeah, there's something about older rally cars. Of course, I went out in my friend Phil's Stratos back in the UK last year, and that was pretty eye-opening, but something about LADAs. Anyway, time now to go and get some lunch because I'm starving. Then I guess I'm going to need to start packing up my bags and getting ready for our onwards journey to Budapest. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. Give it a thumbs up if you have, and make sure to subscribe for plenty more videos to come.